Let's talk leagues. Hey everyone, my name is Schleyer with Casually Gaming, and today I wanted to run down my thoughts on unlocking skills within Leagues 3. After binging a lot of Leagues content lately, I wanted to express some ideas for unlocking skills in the early to mid game. I just watched WeSkillNow's video last night on his tier list, and Brian did a great job with his chat on coming up with a great structure for tier references on what skills to unlock going forward. So I'm going to definitely be referencing that in this video, so if you haven't watched that yet, make sure to go watch that right now. And the link is in the description below. So one of the first points I wanted to make was we need to think about which skills will be the best for task completion and benefiting from possible relic fragments. Think about relics in last league. They're always super powerful when you get them, but this time they're going to be broken up into the fragments, and now it's going to have those base skills and then the set skills. So you're going to have to figure out, okay, I have these certain fragments right now. It could be a good potential to unlock certain skills at this time, or maybe I should hold off until I'm able to get certain other fragments that have a better set skill to then progress going forward to get better task efficiency ratings. So in the end, you're wanting to spend as little amount of points as possible, but on skills that you may be able to benefit from the most. So let's say there's a skill that's 1,000 points to unlock, like a combat skill or something, but then you can maybe get 3 skills for that 1,000 points that'll then in turn give you more tasks to complete, which give you more points, and then the more points you have, the easier it is to unlock those other skills later on, and then you just kind of keep progressing forward in a little more progressive manner instead of just straight hit a bottleneck at some point in time. Like you may unlock your 1,000 point skill, but then you can only go so far with that, and then you're kind of stuck in that weird middle ground of like, oh, now I can't actually progress any further. So that's something I was trying to think about, and maybe grouping certain things together. So when Brian and his chat were going over all the different skills and placing them in S, A, B, C, and D tier, they were thinking about, okay, how useful are these skills in like general and like overall beginning, mid game? Maybe some of it was a little late game, but it was more just about the beginning and mid. But at the same time, the ones that they may be thinking of value per se, because skills are going to be ranked and priced based on how valuable they are in mid game or in main game, I mean. So it'll be interesting to see if a lot of the compacted smaller skills like in the C and D tiers will be better than just buying in the higher tier, and that's what this whole chart is about. And usually I try to stay within the D and C tier as much as possible. There are some B and A's that kind of flood in. So the first one going over would be the mining and smithing crafting route. Mining because I mean, if it's cheap, it could be really good to get on before it becomes crowded. A lot of people will probably start mining a lot, as we saw in Twisted, and even some parts in the last league for Trailblazer. It was a little crowded at some spots. So if you can get on that pretty early, that'd be possibly pretty good. And then pairing that with smithing, of course, it just pairs to mining. Or if you're doing mother load, you're getting ores, so it's really good for that. We'll most likely be able to buy stuff from Blast Furnace as well, so shouldn't be too big of an issue there. And then crafting on top of it can be good if you mix in gold. So if you want to maybe pair all 3 of those together, you could potentially get some pretty good tasks done. Moving on to wood, you can add in wood cutting, fletching, construction, fire making. All of those pertain to Wintertot. So if you wanted to go and grind out Wintertot early and you maybe have hit points still locked, because who knows if that's going to be unlocked right away. I doubt it will be. So that could be a really good benefit of just going right there right away. You can also go do other things because your hit points aren't going to be unlocked anyway, so that's pretty dope. So woodcutting and all those skills, woodcutting, fletching, construction, and fire making, all mixed together pretty well. I think that's a pretty good pairing to put together. There was a lot of good low-level tasks and even some mid-level tasks that were pretty easy to grind out, and with the XP rates, they're going to probably be at least 5 times to start off with. They're going to be pretty easy to level up. So next is going into potions. That's just going to include Herblore, Farming, and Hunter, potentially. And just hear me out on that one. Herblore will just be good for pots. You can get good bossing gear pretty early and then just kind of start saving up for that. It had a lot of tasks related for it in Trailblazer, so that actually was pretty cool. Farming is a good one to pair with that because that was consistent farm runs. I was just getting tons of herbs, and so I think that one will be good to pair with if you are doing a partial combat related Slayer kind of tasking, because I mean that's really the only way you're going to be getting a lot of herb seeds. So that's a good one to kind of combo into. And then think about Hunter potentially, because it's a more of a longer game kind of grind to get to Herbivore. But if you wanted to get that pet, or if you enjoy doing Herbivore, then maybe that's something you can consider, and you'll be getting more herbs from that, and then it'll just kind of funnel into that. So I think that's a pretty good option as well. Going into food is a more simple one. It's just going to be like fishing and cooking. If you wanted to do some AFK skills or something that just isn't too time consuming, or possibly really quick, if you did carambolons or whatever they're called again, that was OP as heck. Especially even cooking, you can just like whatever, 2 or 3 tick cook, and then it's just like super quick, and you're able to do that if you wanted to get the arthritis. It's up to you. But those ones are a good pairing, especially at lower levels. They're probably going to be pretty cheap overall, so I think that'll be a good option to weigh in there. And then I decided to throw in a bonus option because I didn't feel like 4 was enough. The 5th one's the odd pairing, and I decided it's a weird mix. Because it includes rune crafting, which I guarantee nobody will want to unlock. It also includes magic and agility. So the idea for this one is you just rank up some rune crafting pretty easily, get up to some nature runes, grind out a lot of nature runes, get the magic level up to do high alking, and then you go into agility, and then you just high alk the whole time you do agility. So it's a troll. I'm just trolling with you. Don't do that one. That would be horrible. But the other 4 options are something that I actually am considering thinking about. It really just depends on what we see in like the first like hour, maybe 2 hours. And you're like, okay, what kind of fragments am I getting? Okay, what kind of tasks are there? I think that's a huge issue, is like we don't know what the tasks are, so how are we supposed to plan? This is all theory crafting, and I love doing this, and I love that Brian and his whole community love theory crafting as well. I'm always in the chat, I'm always just in the Discord. They're all great people, and it's super fun just to brainstorm, and that's exactly where all these ideas came off of. So that's why I'm making the video. Hopefully you guys like these ideas. If you do like some of these ideas and maybe are considering one now, maybe leave a comment down below. Maybe think about some other ideas possibly. The ones I left out were of course combat related and like a lot of the higher S and A tier kind of stuff, because we all know those are going to be good tasks and good points per hour. But if you have any other ideas, definitely leave comments down below. Definitely join the WeSkillNow Discord. It's super fun in there. Go check out his stream all the time, because we're always talking about theory crafting on there with leagues and other RuneScape funness. So it's always a good time there. And I do stream weekly on Twitch, so links are down in the description below as well. And with that said, have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully another theory crafting video. Peace.